This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Thursday, September 11th. I'm James Spann. Cold front on the way. Still a lot of questions involving the weekend. How far south does it go? Who gets the rain this weekend? Who gets the dry air? Let's see if we can sort this stuff out. We'll take a look at the water vapor satellite view this morning. You can see that front pretty clearly lined up from around Cleveland down to St. Louis and Oklahoma City. And we still got the ridge here, so it's going to be a slow process. But behind that front, it's cold, 20s and 30s. Montana, Wyoming, some of the adjacent states, snow falling this morning at Rapid City, South Dakota. We have freeze warnings in effect for many of those states and some winter storm watches and warnings for counties in Montana, Wyoming, and even over in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Closer to home, a flash flood watch for the Mid-South. Many of the counties served by the National Weather Service in Memphis. But we don't expect any flooding here. We don't expect any severe weather here as the front gets closer. In fact, no organized severe weather expected today anywhere in the country, just a couple of 5% circles well to the northeast and west. Overall rain for the next 5 days. This is valid through Tuesday. The numbers have come up a little bit. This is suggesting rain amounts of about 1 inch for a fairly good chunk of the state. And this is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. In the tropics, a couple of systems on the board. We've got the one out in the eastern Atlantic and one that's over the northern Bahamas. Our system out in the eastern Atlantic should recurve harmlessly and stay basically in the middle of nowhere. Of course, this one is of more interest in that it's closer to home. Obviously, that's very disorganized. A cluster of showers and storms over the northern Bahamas. And here's a look at modeling on this. This is Invest 92. Most of the dynamic models do bring it across southern Florida into the Gulf, but hardly any of the global models pick up on this or develop it. And I'm not so sure anything can get its act together down there because next week with time, the trough begins to deepen, the ridge flattens, and just don't think anything happens. But, hey, this is mid-September. This is when things can happen. The Gulf has been untapped, a lot of latent heat energy, so we'll keep an eye on that. All right, model fans, let's see what we can figure out here. Still a pretty complex forecast. This is the GFS, valid today at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars. This is the OZ run. We've got the 591 ridge on top of us, the cold trough to the north. It is a battle. And, of course, there's a surface boundary in between, suggesting a band of organized showers and storms today over Kentucky and Tennessee and Arkansas. This main surface low is way north over eastern Canada, and a cold 1036 high. Nosing down into Montana, 540 thickness line well down into the United States, and looks like the GFS developed some heavy snow over parts of Wyoming and the Black Hills of South Dakota. This is the high-res HRRR at 6 o'clock this evening. Any showers during the day today should be very isolated, but you can see that band of showers and storms kind of creeping into the Tennessee Valley of extreme North Alabama late today. That's in advance of the front. This is tonight at 9 o'clock off the high-res NAM, and it's got the showers and storms approaching Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Gadsden. North of Interstate 59, definitely a chance of showers and storms tonight. Then for I-59 at points south, it might be after 10 o'clock before the storms affect those areas. And the storm should be weakening with time as they get away from the main dynamics and the air becomes more stable. Now, this is tomorrow. Clearly, we have no frontal passage here. We're still in moist air tomorrow. We got that cold high north of us trying to push that front south, but it's going to be a warm, muggy day, a mix of sun and clouds with scattered showers and storms. Not going to rain all day. Wouldn't call it a rainy day, but could rain at times. And again, for the high school football games tomorrow night, I would bring some rain gear just in case. Now, this is Saturday, and this is the tough day, if you will. This is Saturday at 1 off the GFS. The moisture suggested to be at that point south and east of Birmingham. So if you live in places like Roanoke or Alexander City or Anniston or Clanton, you could see a shower at basically any time during the day Saturday, but from Birmingham north and west, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night should be dry with lower humidity. So it just all depends on where you are, and I think that's a fairly good depiction. This is the NAM, the high-res 4-kilometer NAM valid Saturday at 1 o'clock. And it's got that front again just south and east of Birmingham. So, Anniston, Talladega, Clanton, you could see a shower Saturday afternoon, but from Birmingham north and west, odds are Saturday afternoon should be dry. I think the Alabama football game at Tuscaloosa should be played rain-free because it kicks off pretty late in the day. That's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon kickoff there. And the high Saturday should be in the low and mid-80s. The NAM has a high of 83. Now, this is Sunday, and the front just kind of hangs up down to the south. So, again, if you're in Dothan or Montgomery or Greenville, you might see some rain Sunday. The northern half of the state should be dry. Humidity values down a little bit. We're just catching the far fringe of this air, not a big change. And then this is Monday. The front dissipates and the moisture kind of feeds back northwards, so we'll probably need to consider, maybe the risk of a shower statewide, but anything should be pretty widely spaced. This is Tuesday, looks fairly dry for the northern half of the state. Wednesday, same thing. North Alabama looking relatively dry. And this is a week from today. This is Thursday the 18th. Ridging to the west, we've still got broad troughing over the east coast, and down below that, the moisture tries to come back, so maybe a shower, but nothing especially widespread. Bottom line is next week looking relatively quiet, but again, we're not going to have a good hard frontal passage to get us in really cool air. In fact, here's the temperatures coming off the ensembles. You can see, they got us in the low 80s for the most part next week, lows in the low 60s. That is exactly where we should be for the middle part of September in Alabama. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.